to look forward to extending the mission on the food supply stuff, and we should have an answer back to the media by next week on a federal decision on extension of the food bank mission and other things we're doing around the state.
Thanks so much, General McGuire, and thanks for all the good work that all the people at HEMA are doing, and the brave women and men of the National Guard as well. They've been helpful at every turn, and all of Arizona is grateful. So our plan of action moving forward is that we're going to continue to take a responsible approach, and the decisions from my office will be guided by public health. We're going to ramp up the testing to identify infection in Arizona. You can see the investment around increasing lab capacity and the additional collection sites. We want to provide relief to health officials and contact tracing to contain the spread, and we'll measure increasing lab capacity of our mitigation collection sites. We want to provide relief metrics to watch. Officials have had a downward trend in case contain the spread to continue to measure increasing lab capacity, test, and the additional collection. So with that, there may be more cases to health officials and contact tracing to contain the spread, and we'll measure increasing number that we want to drive down. The additional collection today where we have to provide relief to health officials and contact tracing. We want to contain the spread to get it tested. Increasing lab capacity go to 8 additional collection sites. For more information, provide relief. Also, that mobility and contact tracing is something we contain the spread, and we'll increasing lab capacity. Good decisions and are responsible. We want to provide safer home health officials and contact tracing. Of course, contain the spread, and we'll have increasing lab capacity. Again, additional collection. Thank you to our doctors and nurses and healthcare professional and hospital leaders. We have had capacity in Arizona. We've been able to bring capacity to Arizona, and our commitment is we will maintain capacity in the state of Arizona. So the next steps are wear a mask, wash your hands, physically distance, and when you can, stay home, please. Wear the mask. The virus is widespread, and remember, you're safer at home. And with that, we'll open it up for questions. Patrick?
Good afternoon. Dr. Chris, for you, 2 weeks ago, you were on our air on KTAR saying you were looking for a 10% positivity rate or less, of course, to possibly reopen the schools. And I know we're away from a date-specific target at this point. Does that number still stand with you? Would that still be helpful to encourage districts or to show districts that it might be safe to resume in-classroom learning?
So we will be taking a look and determining those benchmarks. It likely will be a number of different benchmarks, including a decrease in the positivity. The World Health Organization has indicated that you want below 5% to indicate that there is less community transmission. We do want to see that drive down, but we likely won't put a very specific target on that to allow for flexibility.
Still not looking for a specific number then, I guess. Yeah, because like you said, it's a mixture of things.
Yes, so there's going to be a number of benchmarks that we are going to be looking at and providing as data points.
Very good. And Governor, there was a piece of legislation moving through the House that it got approved regarding protecting businesses and other entities from lawsuits related to COVID-19. It never made it out of the Senate. Would you consider calling a special session on this topic and perhaps some others related to it?
There's discussion right now at the federal level around this limiting of liability that may satisfy what the desire of the House and Senate were in Arizona. I want to see where that package comes together before we make a decision around that House level. We want to see what the feds are going to do. They're going to do something, and it's going to be likely this next week, and then we'll have a better line of sight as to what might be needed in Arizona. We provided input from the National Governors Association on that, and I sent a letter to our delegation, so I think people can see what's important to me and I think to the state of Arizona.
Similarly, I wanted to ask about Congress has not extended yet the $600 additional unemployment benefits to a lot of Arizonans are depending on. And some of the reports we've seen have indicated they might extend those benefits partially, so that's $600 to $300. are you considering anything at a state level, like raising the benefit cap from $240 or increasing the earned income disallowance to alleviate that burden on Arizona if that becomes the case?
So, Andrew, well, of course, we're working with our delegation. We sent a letter to our delegation, shared widely with Congress earlier this week. The benefits go through this week. We are in right now. We know that Congress never gets anything done until the last minute. So anything that's going to come from the state would come after we have a better idea of what's happening there. But that, where Arizona's been able to navigate through this in terms of putting our safety net out, making sure no one has fallen through the cracks through a lot of displacement, was a partnership with our federal government in doing that. We'll need that to continue to do that.
We're not looking at anything of state policy.
I want to see what Congress is going to do, and they're going to do something this week.
And you previously said that you wanted a public process to decide the fate of a Confederate monument in front of the state capitol. Your administration has now allowed that monument to be removed by a private organization. Why did your administration listen to the United Daughters of the Confederacy in taking this down now, but not the NAACP when it was calling for this step?
So I want to say I continue to want a public process. A public process wasn't available, and the legislature was not in session. The decision was basically left to the Department of Administration. Can I finish the answer, please?
Sure, but you just
Can I finish the answer?
Sure.